whatever time of day it is you happen to be listening. This is the P&A Podcast Express coming to you live from the world famous Palm Street Studios. The co-host is always Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. Lord Filkins, woo! Sir Philip Nickel, bringing you the podcast here from the Palm Street Studio. Oh, yay. Episode 731. You'll have that on these bigger jobs. Rounding the bases to 750. Can't wait for that celebration. Celebrate good times.
Come on. Is 731 a prime number?
Yeah, I think it is.
I believe it is, yes.
Anyway, from the Pirate Can Code.
Arg.
Two featured guests over there, starting with Brian the Blade, as well as the Grumpy Griller. How is everyone doing for this third episode of the evening? I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit. I always say, how is everyone doing tonight? Normally it's the same night, so there's different answers, though. Because as the night progresses, there are definitely different answers.
Yes, there is.
That is
true. I think Gigi's doing fantastic.
I think he's doing great. He's definitely bulked up on that dessert you brought tonight, and I'll have what he's having. I tell you what.
Double barrel in the microphones.
I know, right? He's got them both working.
He's like he's at a presser, a pre-eating contest presser.
He should be, because we're going to be at Pueblo Viejo in less than a week. Woo! We're going to be there on Wednesday, the 24th, right? The 24th.
Don't say Pueblo Viejo very fast, or it sounds like a completely different type of place.
Oh. Yes.
Pueblo Viejo.
I was thinking that earlier.
Pueblo. Okay. I'll take
Porta Mayaso. What?
Porta Mayaso. Hey, anyway, we're going to be there on Wednesday the 24th. The 24th is correct, right? 24th.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, Wednesday the 24th of September. So less than a week from when you hear this episode when it releases podcast via, but more than a week when you hear it right meow on Facebook Live. And if you want to join us, let us know. We plan on being there about 7 o'clock. We've got 3 of the core 4, but however, the Grumpy Griller will be stepping in and betting cleanup for Bartholomew Smith, one of the core 4s. Anyone else wants to join us in this challenge, come on out. Or just to watch, or to be a spectator. I've heard they have great margaritas, so you'd be all set.
Margaritas?
So why not? What better would you have to do on a Wednesday night than go to Lapeer and watch a lot of large men eat a lot of food?
Yes. Nothing. Nobody's got anything better to do than that.
Should be number one on your list of things to do.
On a Wednesday? Come on, man.
Hey, it gets you over the hump, and it makes the rest of your week go a little bit better for seeing that spectacle.
And you can sit there on Thursday, go to the water cooler, and be like, you cannot believe what I saw last night. These porkers were just porking it up.
Yeah.
Oh. Cannot believe how they ate 3 pounds of food in 3 minutes.
And one guy did 7
pounds of food in 3 minutes. No, 7 minutes for... Thank you, Matt Smith. I appreciate you.
What did Matt Smith do for me in the hot dog eating contest?
I don't know.
He ate some hot dogs.
He did, but he shut it down. Everybody is so psyched out by Braydon. I don't understand it. We need you there, Gigi. We missed you, my friend. Because everybody else thought we cannot hold a candle to this guy. And they shut it down early. It was not in this, and I tried. I was dogging it, but I don't have it in me to eat hot dogs like that. I really don't.
Yeah, I got to number 8 there, and I was just like,
So next year, anywhere between Memorial Day and Labor Day, we'll have the fourth annual hot dog eating contest.
Maybe, or maybe it'll be just after Labor Day.
Halloween. I do think we should have a national
Halloweener contest.
Let's have a Halloweener contest.
Halloweener Fest.
Halloweener Fest.
I say we have the Frozen Frank contest, and we have it in January.
President's Day.
The Frozen Franks.
Yes. I mean, you cook them, but they're going to instantly freeze.
But still
'cause we
have it
wanna
at
be
the
out
park.
there.
Still have it at the park.
Yeah, we're gonna still have it at the park. We're gonna start a metal garbage can on fire. That's what we're gonna cook the hot dogs on.
Flamethrower.
And we're all going to get you commemorative hobo gloves. We're going to get the Jersey Brown gloves and cut the fingers off of them. Yeah. How does that sound? I think the aesthetic of this sounds beautiful.
I like it. I like where we're going with it. I think it shows the evolution of the event.
The evolution of the event. I like that. I appreciates that.
Or we could create a whole new event with the Frozen Frank.
Well, there's always that rumor of some chick when you were in high school that shoved the frozen one up there and it got stuck and she had to go to the emergency room. Remember that urban legend?
Oh yeah.
And they always pinned it on some poor girl that
Yeah.
probably was shoving stuff up there, but probably not frozen hot dogs. I mean,
Cucumbers.
whatever.
Does
I
that
Hubbard squash.
careen them off into like a future of just being a whore?
Well, I think so.
They would have been a nun, but instead, well, if I'm going to get blamed for that, then there's no
I mean,
there's no reason I can't bang that ugly dude.
if I'm going to be accused of being a whore, I'm going to be a whore.
Yeah.
How many girls did you see that happen to in college? I mean, holy shit.
Right?
There were girls in college that
But God bless them all. Holy,
Yeah.
holy.
There were girls in college that I'm pretty sure it wasn't a lie about stuff.
Especially if they wanted to get with old Phildo here. Yeah, it's fine.
We don't
Yeah.
filled it.
Yeah, there was this one girl. I
Never
had,
run a woman down for that.
I had this elective class I had to take at MSU, and there was just the way I couldn't get out of it, and because I had to fill a requirement. And there's this one girl, and she
Did you fill her requirement?
I could have if I put a damn
Feel
good
this is
effort
going
into
Urban
it.
Dictionary.
And she started, and this is fall semester, and the first week she comes in, and she's just all meek and mild and stuff, and then as the weeks progress throughout the semester, she's wearing shorter clothes, tighter clothes, Playboy socks, and it's like she
she's
just
on
discovered,
Rumspringa.
yeah, she just
Yep.
discovered freedom. God bless America.
So there was a girl that in high school dated a friend of mine, and she was from way up there, Norton Route. She was like between Port Austin and Caseville, and I can't remember what the name of the little town is there. But she ended up living in the same housing complex as we lived in, Country Ridge. Shout out. But over there at Saginaw Valley.
I partied at Country Ridge
Hell
numerous
yeah,
times.
everybody has partied at Country Ridge. So we had a 2-story bong.
Country Ridge is beautiful because it was literally nothing around it. You went down a desolate paved road, and all of a sudden there was Country Ridge like a beacon in the night.
So to say
of
there was
college
nothing around
party.
it, though.
Those were the original dorm rooms for SVSU before they had lots of dorm rooms.
Yeah. So to say that there was nothing around it, though, a half mile down the road was a like juvenile detention center. And they would escape every now and then because it wasn't like very high security. And
Just give them a beer; they're fine.
well, I was just gonna say I'd be lying if I said that the police hadn't come by a few parties and been like, "Is there any kids here that shouldn't be here?" We're like, "No," like all offended, even though half the people in there were 19 or 20 years old. No, and well, somebody escaped from the detention center. Well, they're not here, and then you find out later they were.
They were. And they banged the girl that you were trying to hook up with, and you found out they were only 15.
Well, anyways, this girl, she dated a friend of mine, and she was Miss Goody Two-Shoe. And then she ended up dating one of our friends that was on the football team, and about a 6'6" black gentleman who
Wasn't Lamar King, was it?
no,
Because that guy beat the shit out of me every day for a year.
no. This guy was before King, but
I
he
swear that was reparations.
you paid your dues. So the funny part is his real name was Duran.
Okay.
But he would get so mad we'd all be sitting around drinking and stuff, and he'd say something. We'd be like, whatever, Duran. He'd be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Because he hated that. He's like, just because my mom was stupid don't mean I am.
Amen to that.
But yeah, he good dude, but I can only think of the things that he probably put her through.
Oh, Jesus.
And she was not, after that relationship, she was not shy about getting with people. So
Just being a whore.
yeah, big time whore.
You know who was good at that back in the day? Turning ladies into whores.
Mikey Smith.
Yep, Mikey Smith was.
I know.
He was great at it. I don't think he ever slept with any of them, but he was great at turning them into whores. He slept with all of them.
Probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And I may have told this story on the podcast before, but a bunch of us went up to Caseville one year camping. And, well, not Caseville. We went to Port Austin, that old Air Force base up there. They turned into a campground.
Yep.
And we're all staying up there. And there's got to be like 20 of us. And the first night we're up there, I'm sitting there, and me and like Travis and a couple other people are the last people that we know of our crew that's up. And this one guy comes rolling up, and he just kind of he's like, who's the soberest? I'm like, not driving you anywhere, dude. He's like, I don't need you to drive with me. I just need you to come with me and spot for me. So I'm like, okay. What? He's like, I'll explain on the way. So we go walking towards this out in the middle of the campground, and we were staying in the rustic part, but there was he'd been down partying in the part where there were tents with electricity, and we get down there, and he's like, stay here and just watch and make sure nobody's coming out of the tent. I got to go around the back side. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes later, nobody's come out, but he comes running out of there. And I never realized when he came up, he was not wearing his hat. And this guy always wore a hat.
Who is he, Burt Reynolds?
He was not wearing a hat. No, just a plain old, Larry the Cable Guy hat with the old torn up edge and all that. And he comes running back. He's like, let's go. And so we're hauling ass running. I'm hammered and trying not to trip. And we get back, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? He goes, well, I was banging this married chick, and her husband started coming back, so I had to sneak out of the tent, but I left my hat in there, and I wasn't losing my fucking hat for the whole weekend. So he went and he cut the damn tent open and reached in where he knew the hat was and grabbed it and got the hell out of there. I'm like, dude. That was also
why'd the tent get cut? Don't know. Whose hat was that? Well, that question wasn't asked.
No.
Wait a minute.
So that was also the weekend that Bob Snover got invented.
Bob Snover.
He was also a.
Look at this. Look at this post by the WLEW Sports Network. It's one of the most anticipated 8-player games in the entire state of Michigan. Brown City at Deckerville. Both teams entered Friday's game undefeated and have been firing on all cylinders, but only one team can keep its perfect record intact. Coverage begins Friday at 6 p.m. on Sports Radio 102.1 FM and the WLEW SportsNetwork.com with kickoff at 7 p.m. Anyway, shit.
Damn.
They'll do a great game covering that.
They will.
Great job covering that game. So my favorite Mikey Smith Glory Hole Cowboy story is we were hanging out in Saginaw, and he met. Actually, she grew up just down the street here, and she was staying at an apartment complex across Saginaw because I lived in BV at the time. At that house, I lived in it for like 7 years.
Yep.
And he was at an apartment complex over in off state, and so he stayed the night there. And he's like, "Hey, just come pick me up in the morning." And I swear to God, it was like 9:30 the next morning. I roll up, and I shit you not, here's Mikey Smith, naked as a jailbird, except for long socks up to his knees and rollerblades, out rollerblading in the parking lot. Just naked, fucking rollerblading. While this chick that he'd hooked up with the night before is watching him from the balcony laughing. He's just out there dick swinging in the breeze, rollerblading in the parking lot. It was I think it was June. It was a June morning.
Holy shit.
He's out there just rollerblading, not giving a shit.
This was actually not Mikey Smith. my story.
Yeah, yours wasn't, but mine was Mikey Smith. And I'm like, hey, I rolled up. He's like, you like what you see? And I'm like, no. I'm like, do you want to go back to my place or what? He's like, I don't know. I might stay here longer. He looks up at her. He says, my boyfriend's going to be here in 2 hours. You should go with him. And I'm like, I said, I won't make him rollerblade like this all the way back to my house.
Oh, shit.
Just be the chase car.
Right? Well, the damnest. Could you imagine pulling up to a parking lot and he hears Mikey Smith just dick swinging, rollerblade socks up to his knees, nothing else, and just out there rollerblading. I think it was a random day. It might have been a Tuesday. Oh. And I'm like, I'm too old for this shit. It was probably about my senior year of college. And I'm like, hey, boy. Yeah, boy.
Ah, boy.
But he hooked up with her numerous times, and yeah. I love the fact that, no, my boyfriend's going to be here in 2 hours, and I'm like, oh, well, we should probably go.
Oh, boy.
Good on you, buddy. I don't think I can never get that image out of my brain. I've tried. I've drank a lot.
I see no why.
I've drank a lot. I've tried hallucinogenics. I've tried everything. I just cannot.
I will let this person remain nameless, but when we were in Traverse City one time, we were at a bar, and these two really hot chicks are like, oh, come with us. And he tells us, he's like, don't worry about me. I'll be all right. We're like, yeah, we can tell you'll be all right. Well, they totally talked him into going in and buying alcohol somewhere.
Yeah.
And then just left his ass in the middle of nowhere at this random, he had no idea where he was. So he's trying to tell us, we're all fucking hammered. We're like, dude, we can't come get you. And he's like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? I can't get a cab out here this late. I'm out in the middle of nowhere in Traverse City. He was just fucked. So finally, he walks 7 miles to get to the place we're staying. Shows up at 5:30 in the morning. I'm still in the bathroom throwing up when he walks in the door, and he just kicks me in the feet. He's like, you fuckers, I was stranded. I'm like, you were the one thinking with your dick.
You said you were going to be okay.
You were fine. We didn't have to worry about you. You'd get a ride back in the morning. And so he left thinking he was going to have a threesome, and instead had a 7-mile walk back to the hotel in the middle of the night.
Boy.
And it wasn't the first time those girls would pull that stunt either.
No. And the thing is, when we looked at him, and we were talking because we took a shuttle bus back to our hotel, and we were talking, and we're like, anybody else think that they were maybe out of his league? And we were all like, oh yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, way
out of his league,
way out.
And but we were happy for him.
He's not going to outkick his coverage on this one. Come on.
I mean, he's outkicked his coverage before, but not with two of them.
Yeah.
And it just seemed too convenient. They were just going to take him with them. So yeah, he got burned.
Yeah.
Big time.
That's how
Big
you end
time.
up walking 7 miles in the cold.
Yes. It wasn't cold out then. It was pretty decent out, but
Well, as long as he learned his lesson.
that was also the night when we were walking back to the shuttle. Another friend of mine whose bachelor party we were there for pulls out a gigantic, huge, 14-inch knife out of his pants.
I thought you were going to say dildo.
No, he pulled this gigantic knife out of his pants that he had stolen from the bar.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's like, I should probably get rid of this. And he throws it in a dumpster, or by a dumpster. And
It's a samurai sword.
2 seconds later, another friend of ours is pissing, and the cops pull up while he's pissing, and he's sitting there, just got rid, seconds before, got rid of this knife. And it was a good night. I remember being so drunk I was just praying I got to see my kids again.
Jesus Christ.
It was bad. Really, really bad.
Oh,
We were supposed to golf the next day, never made it. Never made it to golf. Had paid for tee times and everything because we were staying right on big course up there. And we were supposed to golf 18, never made it.
Never made it.
Well, that's just additional recovery time.
Yeah, we needed it in order to be able to drive home. Because the plan was to get up in the morning and play golf. Yeah, it was not going to happen.
No. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. I don't know.
I don't know if anybody's there on this one.
I've been drunk in weird places before, and tell you what, nothing's worse than being totally fucking shit-faced and discombobulated at the same time, where you don't even know where you're at, what's happening, who you're talking to, or anything else. That's a fucked up feeling. It's a really fucked up feeling.
Oh, this night too, the driver, if you throw up, you will have to clean it up. And of course, it's this the whole way. I'm sitting right above the heater in the back of the transit bus. You know, it's got one of those floor heaters. And I'm sitting there and I'm feeling super sick. I've done more tequila than a human should do. And there was a magazine pouch in front of me. So I'm like, what a great place to puke.
What a sterling opportunity.
Of course, I filled that thing up plus some, got a bunch on me. And my buddy like gets up and runs to the front of the bus because he's just like, yeah, I'm not getting hit with any of that. So I'm sitting there and they get to our stop and I stumble up and they're like coaching me. They're like, wait until right before he's getting ready to close the door, stand up and be like, wait, and then run out the door and he'll never catch you. And so I did. I'm like stumbling up through the front. I'm like, wait. And I go out the door and he immediately starts coming out after me. And two other buddies grab a hold of me and we just go running off into the woods by our hotel. And he's like yelling at us. We're just laying there. They're just like, stay down. He'll never find us. And he got sick of it and went back and got back in the bus. But
he's like, fuck it. I guess I'm going to have to clean up this puke.
Oh, it was so bad.
Heading to break out the shop back.
Yeah. And maybe some wet wipes. It was so bad. Oh. That is one of my worst drunk stories I can remember because I still remember at that point.
Hey, try to remember mine. I know. Yeah. Probably just broke shit or, I mean, I've already told them on the podcast, like climbing up the railroad thing down here, the signs and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was pretty bad. Thank God I knew the cop.
That does help.
What are you doing up there? What does it look like I'm doing? Because, of course, I'm on my way home from the bar and I'm walking and I got to pee. And I see the platform on the way up and I'm like, might as well go up there to pee. Because that's what drunk people do. You look for someplace high to pee off of.
They make good decisions.
Right. And I'm up there. I just remember, and I've told this too, but like, he couples up, puts the spotlight on me. So I'm like up there peeing and I just see light. And I'm like, He's like, hey. I'm like, God? No. This is Sound Like County Sheriff's Department. I'm like, oh, hey.
You just think you're God.
Right. But if you're 25 feet in the air and all of a sudden the floodlight hits you, you're like, especially if you got your dick in your hand and you're peeing.
Yeah, that'll do it.
What a time to be alive.
Oh boy.
Turned out it was some kid that I was his 4-H leader back in the day.
So I gotta ask you this.
He asked me not to do that again, so I haven't.
I gotta ask you this. You have kids that are nearing adulthood. Mm-hmm. Have you ever kind of sat there and went, I wish they got in just a little more trouble?
Oh yeah.
Just to know where that threshold is.
They don't do much, yeah.
No,
kids not these days don't.
My kids got into some like minor trouble, but I look back at the shit that I did and it's like it's nothing compared to what we used to try and pull off.
I was a troublemaker. I was always fucking with shit. But yeah, I agree.
And I just, even for just the thrill of knowing, all right, that's probably the part where I would have gotten arrested.
Right.
Had I gotten caught, I would have gotten arrested, or even arrested once or so. I kind of feel like if you haven't been in handcuffs once, you haven't lived.
Well, Not under your own, like,
Well, the better
volition.
thing is not getting caught.
Yeah.
If you can get put in handcuffs and not get anything out of it, that's pretty good, though, too.
I mean, without my consent or without thrills, I've been in handcuffs 6 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have that. I've done a
Me,
few.
it's- me,
I've
it's
done a
twice.
few. I've done a few overnighters.
Me, it's twice. I've been
Yeah.
in handcuffs twice. Both times got let go shortly after I was put in them, though.
I did not get like. I even got roughed up one time. Well, I fought back. I mean, they didn't like it, but
Well, you know, the 2 times, one time was completely undeserved. And
yeah,
fuck you, Lapeer County Police,
right.
Lapeer County Sheriff. Going through Mayville, it's like 11 o'clock at night, and there's 3 of us in a truck. We fit the description of some people who robbed the party store earlier. And the way they came up to us was insane. They pull us over. I'm like, I look at my buddy Rick. It's Rick Bittner here from Deckerville. And I'm like, were you speeding? He's like, no. I'm like, you weren't weaving. None of us had been drinking.
Right.
We were actually out getting jobs for the band. None of us had been drinking. We pull over, and you know, they got the big spotlights on us and stuff, and we're like, oh, okay, well, what's going on? Over the loudspeaker, we see both doors open to the cop car, and then over the loudspeaker, we can't see anything behind it. Over the loudspeaker, we hear hands out the window, middle passenger, because it was just a single person truck, so we're having to ride like bitches. And he's like, middle passenger out, hands out the passenger window, which is like the weirdest thing ever. And so we're
Yeah.
like that, and they come up, guns drawn on us, and they're like, we're gonna, are the doors unlocked? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna open the door. Nobody make a fast move. We're like, what the fuck? So we get out.
'Cause I'm fast.
They have the driver get out first.
Yeah.
They cuff him, which is Rick. They have me get out second. They cuff me. Now, at this point, the guy on the driver's side that had Rick has him sitting in the ditch, like up the other side of the ditch. And we're right in town in Clifford, actually.
Yeah.
And so he's got him sitting on the ditch, pulls me over there. Then they pull the middle guy out, and they start searching the truck.
Huh.
And Rick's like, what are you looking for? And the guy's just like, he goes, we know what we're looking for.
Mind your own business.
You know what we're looking for, too. And Rick's like, I really don't,
I
guys.
don't, dickhead.
So Rick had a Steinberger bass, which is a headstockless, very small bass guitar. It didn't fit in any kind of regular case, so he had it in a gun case. These guys went nuts like they'd hit the lottery when they found that. And the one cop's like, I got it right here. It's right here. And we're like, what the fuck are they talking about? And they pull this case out, and Rick's like, you might want to open that. They dropped his tailgate. They pull the case out, and he's like, you might want to open that before you jump to conclusions. And the cop opens it, and he's like, what the fuck is this? He's like, it's a guitar. And he's like, where's your gun at? Rick's like, I didn't have a gun.
like, all my guns are at home where they should be.
So yeah, we
Yeah. Well,
we had to explain 20 minutes to them that we had actually been in Mayville
Yeah.
trying and beyond, trying to like taking stuff around to different bars and stuff to play, and
We're just trying to better ourselves, sir.
we're just trying to get some gigs, man. And yeah, they kept us there for about a half hour till they finally cleared us. And the funny thing was it was 2 white guys and a Hispanic guy, and we fit the description perfectly. Like, the one cop's like, we're really sorry, but we thought we had you dead to rights. We're like, I'm just glad you didn't beat the shit out of us or shoot one of us.
Right.
So
Happy I'm still alive.
Well,
Happy
you
to
did
be
get
here.
Barney Fife, so
we did get Barney Fifed a little bit, yeah.
We got, well, you heard about when Bandit was here about the felony arrest. I went through that, including the entire
Yeah.
police report. So, yeah. I've had a felony arrest performed upon myself, too, where They had guns drawn and sniper rifles trained on you as you walked backwards about 75 to 100 yards to them so they could cuff you and throw you in a ditch that had water flowing through it. Beautiful. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.
Just wanted to cool you off.
And then have the Richard Merriman and his dad scold you and tell you how you're a useless piece of shit even though you just graduated 2 days prior with your bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Saginaw Valley. So, yeah. Yeah.
But your ass is mine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all good stuff.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
It's pretty amazing how people get the slightest bit of power and they go a little nuts.
Trip.
Yeah.
And just think that they hold all the cards. Because I tell you what, they were pretty big men when they were talking to us when we were in handcuffs. But I tell you what, the whole crew that we had there that night, if they were talking to us and we weren't in handcuffs and all the police weren't around, they would never even think about opening their mouths. So, yeah.
Word.
Just happy that guy's dead. Happy you offed yourself. Say it's a hunting accident.
Yes.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, he said it was they classified it as he went to the woods and he the weapon discharged and he killed it he died.
Yeah.
It was a hunting accident. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for insurance purposes, of course.
Oh.
Even though he walked into the woods and offed himself like a coward. So, yeah.
Was it hunting season?
Yeah, it was some sort of hunting season, yeah.
He was out
I
hunting grouse with a 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
We digress.
Did the world a favor.
There was that guy over Marlette that got nailed.
And I normally don't say this, but after everything that he did to me and my friends, yeah.
There was that guy over Marlette that got nailed for nailing his stepkids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sod farm guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he went over to the airport there in Marlette.
Yep.
And hung himself in there.
Yeah.
And saved everybody a ton of trouble. But
I remember that. Yeah, that was
pretty crazy. Gotta wonder how often that kind of thing happens.
More often than you think.
And how often do they cover it up by, it was a hunting accident? Or, he had
or just an accident.
a bad accident with a rope in a hangar. Yeah. Ironic he did it in a hangar.
Jesus Christ.
Don't you think?
That's horrible.
I know, but,
Which is why I say all the time, still cannot believe my favorite Soundgarden song is called Pretty Noose.
Yeah. He must have thought that at some point.
Yeah.
Well, that one will do.
I don't know. I don't know anything, man. Hell,
Oh.
don't look at me. Shit. I'm just a guy with the shitty podcast.
What a shit show of a podcast it is.
This
too.
one is definitely a shit show.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish it could be better. Thanks, Junior.
We could be doing trivia.
We could have been.
Junior's Dumbass Trivia Show. Dumbass Trivia Show. Maybe we should
Junior
just...
called me up like an asshole.
Maybe we should just play a Schneeberger's commercial.
This question is worth 25 points in 2-point sections.
Right. 1.5.
Live from your butthole fruit stand.
Live from your butthole fruit stand. Oh, boy.
I remember back when I'd be waiting to hear the school reports and I'd hear Bob throw it to Russ.
Yeah.
Tell us what you got, Russ. Actually, that was when Bob was smooth and good. Like you hear the obituary report. You know, if it was Bob that recorded it yesterday, it would be, and your obituary report is coming up. But instead, it's, your obituary report is brought to you by.
Oh, that was Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob was smooth back in the day.
Oh, dude, he was fantastic.
It was amazing.
I didn't realize that was Bob.
Yes.
Your obituary report brought to you by Pomeroy Funeral Chapels.
I mean, you what was that? The community report or community corner or whatever they did.
Yeah.
6:30 Tuesday night.
And now he's like, obituaries.
He says,
That's all we don't hear mine.
sorry I'm so far from the mic, but my walker won't let me get any closer.
The frontal defense system.
Full frontal defense.
Yeah, I just hope my voice doesn't go like that in another.
No, somebody let me know. I mean, I know there's times, since 3 years ago,
Junior called me up like an asshole.
I know there's times I've sounded like pretty tired and weak sometimes, but if I ever come in and, I mean, it can't happen here because I just won't make it up the stairs. But if I'm ever that feeble, let me know.
Well, that's why I put that there, and it's the gauntlet.
I
So I
know.
know if you can't make it up the stairs, your voice
you can't
definitely isn't going to
dash
be.
the board.
If you
coming
don't
up the
flap
deck.
yourself in the nuts or fall through the deck and you make it up the stairs, you're golden.
I've created a whole gauntlet for the podcast.
Next thing I know, there's going to be like an Indiana Jones bouldered out run. And,
That's the sobriety test to get out of this place.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Well, I regret to inform you that last week the boulder got insert name.
And guys, watch out. Icicle season will be here soon enough.
I'm going to let him grow. Let him grow.
Let them grow.
One of these times,
Grow.
one of these times, the cops are going to pull one of us over and be like, "Well, he blew a .34, but he passed the sobriety test somehow with flying colors." We don't know what to do with
It's
this guy.
Pavlovian conditioning. It's true. We don't know what to do with him. Seems like he's great, but his blood alcohol level's off the charts. Well, he's obviously been training for this.
We,
It's called the podcast effect.
we had him walk the white line, and the pothole didn't even trip him up. We don't know what the hell's happening.
As a matter of fact, the pothole filled in with fucking what appears to be fucking candy corn. Don't understand.
It's like
How do you do that?
It's like a pit crew came out and fixed it right before he got to it.
Flamethrowers, lamp oil, and everything.
Yeah, there was whales too. It was intense. We don't even know where they came from.
Sure we do.
Oh boy.
That's the podcast effect.
So, just so that I say this correct, mint in Sandusky. They not the mint.
Thank you.
It's just mint. For those of you in the know,
With that god awful paint job on all that brick.
yes. Enjoy
Don't
that.
paint
Whoever never buys that thing. So
Maybe Andy's Thin Mint factory will buy it.
could be. I mean, it does have a full size private dining experience inside the vault. But yeah, it's for sale. It's if you got around $500,000, you can walk away with that thing.
Man, you buy that in the bowling alley, you got Sandusky locked up.
It is. I don't know how many square feet, but it comes with 4 parking spots, and in downtown Sandusky, prime real estate, and a speakeasy in the basement that never really took off. Did they really think?
They were trying to be poor cheering.
Did they really think that was going to be the thing that saved them?
I cannot bag on this anymore because I've bagged on it enough. It was poor execution, poor everything. You go into it saying to the community, I've never run a restaurant before. Don't let them smell that fear. Don't let them sniff that. Do better. I think that...
Here's another piece.
Okay,
Just
and
be
I'm gonna-
open.
Yes. And the Sandusky construction did not do them any favors, so I will give them a little bit of leeway. But however, there's a formula you need to follow. And I feel like you have to provide one of 3 things if you want to be a successful restaurant. Your prices either have to be unbeatable and everybody feel like they're getting value, or on the flip side, you're getting value because maybe your prices are high, but you're getting a lot of good quality food, or on the trip side, just volume. Just give everybody a ton of food for their money. And they tried to skirt everything on this every weird fucking way in between, and it just didn't work. But you can have expensive dishes on your menu, but on the flip, you have to offer something cheap, like say, hey, we've got a $4.99 quarter pound cheeseburger, because people aren't going to always want to walk in there and order a fucking $20 entree.
Right.
Which is the hamburger.
Right.
Well, and they did run into just a gauntlet of just shitty things that have happened, like opening a business in Sandusky. That's number one. So
that's getting booma fucked right there.
I've noticed something that is of strange to me. I figured we'd see every town in the area go through getting bump outs and having half their parking taken away, and their streets narrowed, and just a total clusterfuck of construction. And you know what hasn't happened? Have you guys gotten any bump outs here in Deckerville with any of your construction?
We just had a lot of construction, and I tell you what, they closed our road for 11 days down there, but they reconstructed the railroad tracks, and it's totally much better and worth it. Like, it was definitely worth it, because that's so smooth now.
You don't even have to let up off on the gas.
Nope, it took 11 days. That's it. 11 days, calendar days.
And then if you drive through Peck, all new roads, not one parking spot gone, not one road narrowed, and it was a clusterfuck. They had to replace a big culvert there and everything.
Yeah.
So they had a real mess for a short period of time.
Besides, you're welcome. You're welcome.
And Peck didn't eliminate any parking or anything like that.
Why is Sandusky such a cluster like that? I mean, I don't understand.
Well, at first I thought it was the state of Michigan coming in and saying, you have to do it this way. I don't think that's the case.
Those
because
bump outs are fucked. And why on the Four Corners, if you're coming from the south, is there that one where it holds up traffic so much where there's only that little neck if you're turning right?
Oh, it's the dumbest thing ever. And
Yeah.
Right.
have you ever noticed that the first parking spot, if you turn to go south on 19, that first parking spot is in a very, very horrible spot.
Yeah.
I've seen this several times. People's doors almost get taken off because they park there and they open their door and somebody starts turning. And that door, because it's the parking spot like tapers down at the end. And so their door sticks out into the lane where people are turning. If a semi was turning there, door gone. We don't even need to talk about the island because we know what a cluster that is. But dear Lord, do better, people.
So there is okay. I feel like it's not a parking problem in Sandusky. It's a lazy ass motherfucker walking problem in Sandusky. Because I feel like if you wanted to go to a business downtown and you wanted to, okay, I don't think, but I've lived in big cities. I've lived in Seattle. I've lived in Philadelphia. I've lived in Bay City. I've lived in Saginaw. It's nothing to me. If I want to go to an establishment, I'm willing to park upwards of 4 or 5 blocks away and walk there. But is it this bad in Sandusky that if you cannot park right beside the establishment, you will not go there? Because I feel like there's plenty of parking behind Ace, even behind
Right.
even behind where Mint is there and everything, and Sheldon's, plenty of parking there. If you're willing to, but you can't walk
Right,
2 blocks, like a block or 2. And I get it, but I get why we have handicap spaces, because the people that cannot do that, if you physically cannot do that.
Well, but that's the other thing is not one of those
Yeah.
are reserved for anybody handicapped.
Right, and so maybe that's the issue.
And so, I mean, I'm not exceptionally mobile.
Yeah.
I avoid those places like the plague. I don't ever want to go there. If somebody ever suggests going to, the brewery is fine. I like it. I wouldn't mind going there every now and then. It's a pain in the ass for me to get to because when they're open, there's no spots there.
But okay, how could you remedy that just by even buildings that have been there forever? Like, would you? Well, maybe making closer spots of handicap.
So the next time you drive through Sandusky tomorrow, pay attention to how many parking spots they've taken away.
Yeah.
So like even on the
I know they've taken them all away. I agree with that. So I guess you
don't make bad choices.
Right. they have taken away a lot of parking, and I don't understand why. Like, everybody used to park in front of the courthouse
Nobody
there.
goes there.
Well, and that's true, and they know that.
That is also true.
So basically, what are they trying to do in Sandusky then? Make sure that the only businesses that survive are none of them.
Yeah, 'cause
That's the look they're going for.
So I remember back when I was a kid, go to Sandusky with my mom or my grandma, and yeah, you could try parking out on South Elk Street there, but if not, well, you just park behind the
Ace Hardware or
which
the
used
DNC.
which used to be the dime store,
Yep.
Yeah.
and you'd walk through the dime store just to get out onto 19 there.
But you'd always pick up something.
Yeah, but there's always shops and stuff that you'd always want to stop in and see. And
Yeah.
pick stuff up, like go to Kritzman's or
Right.
what else. But
Go to Kritzman's, Polywatch. I mean, I remember parking in that parking lot, and we'd walk through the dime store. I'd always beg for something. My
Yeah.
mom would usually cave.
yep,
And then we'd walk over to Kritzman's. We'd look at what was there. We'd leave Kritzman's. We'd go up to
Yeah.
Kenny's restaurant, have something there, or at the Gaslight when it was the Gaslight where Main Street is there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go around to Polywatch, and then we walk back to the car, usually on the other side. Stop by Radio Shack or something. That
Yeah.
was our day out.
So why have they taken away all these spaces then, though?
I have no idea what their reasoning is for it. I mean,
well, there's not the businesses anymore in downtown Sandusky,
And there
especially
won't
on
be.
the weekend. And then you look at like Bad Axe, you look at Caro. I mean, you can go to either of those towns and get some serious shopping done,
yeah,
and you're not just limited to fucking Walmart.
exactly. Well, and even like up in Bad Axe, they still and Carroll, their downtown still have actual real businesses in them.
Right.
Right.
The only thing we have left that's a real business downtown is Ace Hardware, and there is the pharmacy that the hospital owns that seems like it's never open.
But the Ace Hardware also has the advantage of, if you want to talk about close parking,
They've got it in the back.
you can literally pull right up to the door, and that's why I always park further back, because I'm like, I'm fine. You know, I don't want to take the closer spots. So
Well, they do have the parking lot in the back. They've got handicap spaces there, and they've got a lot of space. That parking lot is never full. You know, the thing is if you do open a business downtown, people do have to walk several blocks to get to you because there's just random cars parked places.
Yeah, but there's.
I guess I don't know the answer. The answer is I'm going to say what the answer was for Flint for a lot of years. Build a 12-foot cement wall around it and then just fill it all in with cement. And say fuck it.
And then cure it with a flamethrower.
Yep.
I mean,
That works too.
If I'm in downtown Sandusky, it's because one, I'm getting a haircut. Two, I'm getting a donut after, and
Yeah.
after that,
Wait, you
See
can
ya.
get a donut at that place because they are never open, it seems.
yeah, I've gotten there the last few times.
Like at Need?
Yeah,
Man, it seems we never ever see them open.
We're not going to start on this, but yeah. Nace and I talk about this all the time. I'm
It's random.
just never in downtown
yeah.
Sandusky anymore. I work in Sandusky. The only time I do is I'd say once a month I meet Nasa for lunch at Bob and Jamie's. And that's it. That's it.
Well, it's the only regular restaurant left in town.
I go to the hardware, I go to Ace maybe once every 3 months for something. So,
I mean, I live 4 miles from town,
yeah.
but the main thing we hit is Walmart. I hit Ace quite a bit for stuff because I don't like to go to Walmart.
Right.
But the last few times Mary and I have wanted to do any real shopping, like not just have to go to buy one thing, like, oh, we need cat litter at Walmart. Okay, we'll go to Walmart. But if we got any real shopping to do, we go to Carroll. We go to, this last week we went to Carroll. We went to Bad Axe a few weeks before that. We went to Port Huron. We go to Lapeer. We just
Port
try and make
Huron.
it. We just try and make it a Port Yorn. We just try and make it one of those, make a day of it or an afternoon of it and get the hell out of Dodge
My
for a
dad
little
would
while.
say Port Urine.
Port Huron.
I had neighbor kids that would go, "We're going to Port Yorn."
Port Urine.
My cousin lives in Port Yorn. It's like
The
how
fuck
do you
is
get
that?
How do you get that? I don't know.
Are you from a mix of Alabama, Huron County, and somewhere out in California?
Yes, please.
Fuck you
Port
guys.
urine. Do you say port urine?
Port urine.
It's beautiful.
So yeah,
Well, we've bitched about enough
Everything.
Yeah.
I don't get.
God bless Deckerville. They're doing it right. We don't have any businesses here anyway, so plenty of parking, though.
Browns is always busy. Dollar General is always busy. We don't even have a dollar. Like we have a
That's
Dollar
because
Tree.
of the Walmart. That's because of Walmart. Walmart
Yeah.
Yeah, but
says...
they should make an exception when it's a shitty Walmart. And
Well,
I need a
I,
DG
Walmart has fucked Sandusky over so bad because Walmart says when they came in, and they have these contracts that there can be no Dollar Generals, there can be no Meijer.
no, it's
there can be
opposite
no-
of that.
Yeah?
The Meijer, yes,
Really?
but Dollar General will not build in a town our size with a Walmart in it.
Yeah, Dollar General builds
did
on
Yale
the
get
proximity
two?
to a Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how Yale got to, but
they got ours.
probably they're probably like, well, they're far enough apart.
But Meijer, they fucked Sandusky would be prime candidate for a Meijer.
Well, if there was a Meijer in Sandusky, it'd be the great whole.
Right.
It'd be a fucking.
Well,
I
you
would
got
never,
another
ever go to
5 years
Walmart
because there's a 25-year statute of limitations. So you got about another 3 or 4 years. They might be able to come in. Carroll's getting a Meijer because it finally wore off with them. The same thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I still don't understand how Walmart can say, "Oh, we'll build here," but you can't allow another business for X amount of years. I guess I don't understand that.
Well,
part
they
of
did it.
but
they get put in your city charter
Yeah.
that you can't do anything for so long, and then they'll come in because they threatened to go to Marlette, and Sandusky knew that if they did that, if they let them go there, it would be the kiss of death for Sandusky.
yeah, but why did Walmart?
We wouldn't have a grocery store.
No,
Why did Walmart come in if there was already a Kmart there at that same time though?
because they knew the Kmart was on their way out anyways. By the time Walmart
You'd still
came
have
in,
a grocery store. It would actually be a damn good hometown grocery store
yeah,
in Sandusky is what I'm saying. And they probably should have let Marlette have it because now look at it. Marlette's thriving. Sandusky's dying. Go figure
Yep.
it out. What is the factor? Walmart.
and why? Because Sandusky just lets Walmart come in and do
Whatever they want.
and then
They can build the sidewalks to nowhere, have no traffic lights anywhere. No one cares.
So you want to know some interesting quick facts about our Walmart before we go? Number one, our Walmart is the dump Walmart. Like,
Yeah.
we get everything that nobody else can sell because we're forced to buy it because we're the only fucking store that people can buy stuff at for 20 miles. So there's that. Number two, every manager that comes to the Sandusky Walmart gets promoted way up because their numbers are so high compared to their overhead because they don't have to open registers. They don't have to do anything the way another Walmart would. And so their profits are just through the roof. So no matter how shitty of a manager they are, they get promoted way up. It's not like that in other areas, but it is like that at our Walmart. So when they want to promote somebody, they send them to Sandusky. They're here for 3 to 5 years, and then they go to another Walmart. The last lady that we had managing our Walmart is now a massive region manager. Got promoted right from our Walmart to a massive region.
Wow.
So go figure. It's a shit show. So yeah, that's what we get in Sandusky.
Yay.
I see Benchwarmers is going to be open more now.
Oh, shit. I forgot. Tune in next time. I'll have a special edition of the podcast. If we're here, we're not going to be here next week. We will be here next week.
Well, we'll be
Forget.
talking sometime next
But
week.
I got something special that I figured we can bring people in because that's what used car dealerships and benchwarmers have done. So
Yay.
tune in next time.
Meanwhile,
Let's get out of this motherfucker.
is that what this is?
Yep.
I don't even know if it's that useful.
He's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. Thank you as always for listening to the P&A Podcast Express. Like us, love us, share us, whatever.
Loathe us.
Loathe us. I don't know anymore. I can't beg anymore. I'm just tired of it. I feel dirty afterwards sometimes. I can't force people to do the right thing. Tried counseling, therapy. I've even tried bribing with Klondike bars. But unfortunately, it was really hot that day, so there were Klondike puddles. But yeah,
Can't even get miniskirt wearing intern.
Right. Hot pants or what are you, Daisy Dukes. Anyway, over there in the Pirate Can Cove tonight, our featured guest, and thanks for joining us. First of all, Brian the Blade, as well as the Grumpy Griller. Tune in next time for more mayhem. Thank you for listening, and thank you as always for the support from the Palm Street Studios and all of us. Make good choices.